What's your evaluation of Deshaun as a deep ball thrower? And there's more that goes into it than just chucking it and letting guys run under it.
Yeah, well, I think Deshaun, he said it after the game. He missed a few of the throws. It's kind of what I was talking about. One of the advantages that we have is that we've got 7 receivers playing, but the disadvantage to that is everybody's a little bit different. Everybody's release takes a little bit different timing. Then you got guys, their speed down the field is a little bit different. And so there's a little bit of that goes on, but, we understand that. We still think it's an advantage to play a lot of guys. And so that's part of it. Also, he had a lot coming at him. He knew what he had coming to him. Kind of, if you go back to the bowl game where Cole Stout stood in there and made the great throw to Jermon Hopper and got hit in the mouth, and that was a big check on a house blitz that you only get once or twice a game. I mean, that's pretty much what we were getting every play. And so it was a little different so I think early on, making sure that our protection was sorted out right, getting the ball to the right place, and that's what it takes. I mean, that's why they play so much man coverage and do what they do, and why they're having the success they're having on defense is because they make you be perfect. They make you protect it, have time, make the perfect throw, make the perfect release, and be in the right spot. And I feel like Deshaun, we felt like Deshaun could make those throws and do that where maybe we felt like Deshaun could make those throws and put us in that position. But we weren't overly concerned. Obviously we were disappointed. We went in there at halftime and felt like we didn't complete a pass, and Tim hands me the stat sheet. We had 191 yards passing in the first half. And I went, wow, okay, if we start hitting these, this thing will really take off. And it's just like a great player. If Michael Jordan misses some shots, you're going to keep passing to him, keep letting him take those shots because he's going to hit them. And so, we've seen it in practice, and we knew he's just going to relax. And it was good to see him come back and respond the way he did the second half and put the ball where it needs to be. And that's just process of being a quarterback.
Yeah, was that the same theory on Deshaun's interceptions? Just they were forcing him to be perfect? And
yeah, I think they're really the only one that was on him. The other one was on a protection issue. Our back got ran over and knocked back into the quarterback. But the first interception, Deshaun would tell you was on him. He needed to get it wider out more towards the numbers, and kind of got stuck inside a little bit, and they were able to take advantage of that. So that was really the one there, and then the other one was more of a bad luck on protection.
Dapper said yesterday that Jay Guillermo will remain the starter at center, but with Ryan Norton coming back, what kind of push do you think he'll make to get that job back?
Well, we're excited to get Ryan back. Obviously, Ryan's a really good player, has played a lot of really good ball for us, so adding him back into that mix is just going to add more depth. And Coach Caldwell, he's been repping. You saw some guys come out of the game and some other guys come in the game. We've been rolling a lot of those guys up front as well, which typically don't do. And the majority of the time, the reason you don't do it is you don't feel real good about 6 through 10 that stand on the sidelines. But I feel like we have some confidence in that group behind, and we're able to play some guys, earlier in games. So, getting Ryan back, that'll just add to that depth, and it'll all work itself out. I know Ryan's just ready to get back into practice and be able to go out and help us. But very pleased with what Jay is. To be honest, it's a bonus to be in that situation, a luxury that we haven't had in the past up front, and so it'll just make us better getting Ryan back.
Jeff, beyond the 420 yards passing by Deshaun, was it almost good? And I realize the idea is not to get him hit. It was almost good to see him get roughed up a little bit and be able to bounce back from a little bit of a beating.
Yeah, like you said, our number one goal is for him not to get hit, and we knew that was going to be a challenge in this game. You can sometimes they're going to bring more than you have to block, and he's just got to get it out of his hands before they hit him. And so you knew he was going to get hit. But I do think one thing, we brought it up yesterday in the coaches meeting, it's been good to see his, he's taken some shots and got right back up and responded. To me, that moment Saturday, when on second down, before the big third down play, on second down, he got hit right underneath the mouth. And so we came as 3rd and 17, and we came in there and we said, we're probably going to go with a draw. And Deshaun actually said, hey, coach, let's go empty and take a shot. right after he'd just taken a shot himself, and so he was going to open himself back up to that same situation right after it happened. You know, I think he's shown a lot of toughness, a lot of grit. It's good to see. You know, we don't want him to make his living taking a lot of shots, but you know, when you play good teams, they're going to get there, and so it's good to see him be able to get right back up and go, and I think he's definitely shown really good progress in being able to take shots.
Jeff, is your heart ever in your throat watching him? Because Deshaun does tend to kind of let the people get out of the way, and he's sitting there on the ground before he does pop up.
Yeah, I'd lie to you if I said that it didn't. Obviously, and we're right there. We see it right in front of us, and you know, there's some coaches. He took probably 2 shots that he didn't have to take, and you know, it's hard for those guys. They want to get every yard they can get, and you know, they're used to that. That's how, you know, he's played his entire life, and so there'll be a little bit of coaching with Coach Streeter and Coach Sweeney, kind of showing him some opportunities where he wouldn't quite have to take a direct shot. But yeah, I mean, it's just like any time. I mean, you know, some of those top skill guys, you get out there too, you know, and all of a sudden they start getting rolled up. You know, you kind of hold your breath, but that's part of the game, and but we'd like to limit that as much as possible.